Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We are good to go. My name is Sindile Mayende, Upang Umduman. Welcome to Border Rugby. Welcome at Buffs. Welcome to our new, exciting Take It Town Brutten tournament. It's exciting for me and it's exciting for everyone, I'm sure. When I look back at club rugby, I played club rugby here, a bit of club rugby here in Border, a few years back before I headed to KZN. In those days, club rugby was the best. You know, the derbies, our derbies were aligned with persons to persons. You know, when you talk about East London Police, you knew that you talk about Blakey Swart, Benny Jacobs. And when you talk about Cambridge in those days, you know there was Pity Loads. Then you know if police is going to play against Cambridge, you know it's going to Pity Loads versus Blakey Swart or Pity Loads versus Benny Jacobs. So when I look at what we are trying to put together, it reminds me, it just revives my spirit. And I know back in the days when Buffs is going to play against, you call Cambridge. You've got Wayne Weyer, Fly Off versus Copas van der Merwe, who later coached the Stormers and later coached the Bulldogs. Then you knew what you were up to, you know. And our local derbies as well. There was a team that was formed that in those days was you call it All Stars. All Stars versus Winder Rose. You know, it's a fight. So welcome today. And I'm sure it's going to be excited come the 17th. I would just want to acknowledge our sponsors, partners as well. Take It Town, as I've mentioned, it's called Take It Town, FNB, SAB, Kasilaga. Thank you very much. I know what you guys have put in to make sure that this tournament that we're about to kick off next week is going to be the best. I just want to introduce firstly our captains as well. Also welcome our neighbors. I just saw Mr. Kitani, welcome. It's good to see that we are in together. This is the Eastern Cape thing. And I always say to people, when I bump into people at the airport and I bump into them anywhere, I always say that the sooner we get together, the better. You know, we might think things are going well on our side or on the other side, but if we don't sit down and we talk together, we want to make Eastern Cape Rugby as the healthiest. So when we are in trouble, we need our help. When we are in trouble, we need your help. So we need to sit down together and make sure that we revive the Eastern Cape Rugby. And I always say to people that if you want transformation in this country when it comes to rugby, you can't get it anywhere without coming to Eastern Cape. Because Border and EP needs SA Rugby, needs transformation in this country. So without these two unions, we will never talk about transformation and getting our players better where we want to. Okay, just to welcome the captains. I will just start with the Fort Beaufort United. We'll welcome Fort Beaufort United. Ashley Hongo. Young Leopards Malibongwe Mani. University of Fort Rian Mier. Walter Sisulu University, Somiki Kanya. Where's Somiki Kanya? Okay, Police Zain Kwela. Swallows Simbulele Siobi, they call him Tseke. BCM Anele Kavu. And then, I'm not sure if the other ones have arrived yet. Okay, let's welcome the Komga one, Rodney Viga. Ladies and gentlemen, we are left with two captains. They busy changing. They just arrived, which is it's Lovedale and also United Brothers. I'll also like the president to join them later. This is how they look like. You can turn around and show them numbers as well. Look at the jerseys. Best jerseys that we've got from Ambro. Look at the branding, all our sponsors there. I'm sure they're excited. I'm sure everyone is excited. Without wasting any time, I'm just going to introduce our president. And then when he's standing there, we're just going to observe national anthem before we start while the president is standing there. The person that I'll introduce in my playing days, we used to call him, when you find a player that is attacking all the time, and we need to make a plan for that player. So we used to call him Miekelekum, because that's all he does on the field in those days. He used to tackle only, because I can't remember him taking the ball and going and attacking. So he was a tackler. So everyone that is problematic, he will always say Miekelekum. So without any further, let me introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, our Deputy President of Border Rugby Union, Asanda Smoy. Can we please now observe a national anthem? Thank you. Players, you can proceed. And Mr. Smoy, yeah.
Good morning to everyone. Good morning or good day, MC, and good day to everyone. My name is Asanda Smoyi. I'm the Deputy President of Border Rugby. I'm just standing here on behalf of my President, Mr. Badli. So I will just, I'm here to welcome everyone that had attended this function, which I believe that it's an exciting moment for our region of Border Rugby, and congratulate all those teams that had made it to the top 10 of Border Rugby. And I have to also take this moment to thank the LOC, starting from the General Manager, Mr. Chume, with all the team that you work with in terms of making this day successful. I'm mentioning you just because you are the General Manager. I know your committee might have chairpersons and whatsoever, but this is not the time for that. Let me just take this moment to thank you, sir, for all the hard work that you've done to make sure that all the sponsors that are here are on board, and everyone who is here. Thank you, sponsors, for trusting Border in all what is happening, by the faith that you had in the little fire that is burning within our union. We really thank you for accepting those requests that Border is here, wanted to show the talent to South Africa. And I hope that to our presidents of all these teams that are here, definitely the talent will be shown not only to South Africa but to the world, because this event is not just an event that is for Border or for Eastern Cape, is an event that is for the world. The fact that it will be live as it is live at the moment. So I must really thank you for all the effort that you've made in making sure that you are part of this, and you are committed in showing South Africa and the world the talent that we have as Border Rugby. Let me stop there. Thank you. You are welcome.
Thank you, Matun. Thank you. I'm not a mic person. Kaluz sasazele ami mic ihleli kum. And nimfutshane maduna mde. Okay, now it looks better. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Without wasting any further time, let me introduce to you our chairperson of Brutten 10 competition, Mr. Sotinga, a person who's a headmaster by profession, is a teacher by profession, is a headmaster, is a former coach, is a former referee, also a chairperson of district. Please welcome Mr. Sizwe Sotinga.
Good afternoon to everybody. Program Director, allow me to greet all these organized or well-coached captains. I would say well-coached because there is a border rugby coach in this room, and I trust that he has made his role upon making sure that we don't have just captains. As much as the presidents are right here, they are deserving to be here. First of all, let me greet the sponsors of the tournament called Brutten. Allow me to start with Take It Town. Then, of course, I cannot forget the business that has supported us, starting from the well-known in the world and considered us as well, First National Bank, then again to the South African breweries. Once again to my colleagues, Border Rugby Executive, the President, and all the members that are part of this. We cannot just take it light, Program Director, the presence of our brother union, Eastern Province Rugby. And then also to the agent that has been working closely with us with the hope of getting this day becomes a success. Coming once again to the presidents of these unions, gentlemen, you are not just here because of mistake. You deserve to be here because you are leading these clubs, not by just having better eyes than the other eyes, but because you have shown your leadership. Let me take this opportunity, Program Director, to greet my colleagues as well in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. I was not just being baptized by mistake. I'm also a Christian. I'm not going to spend too much of your time, Program Director. I am going to just to start acknowledging my colleagues that I've been working with. Right in this building, we've got the presence of Mr. Chume as the general manager, but he was part of our LOC, Mr. Sklam. I don't want to forget his name because it is one of the popular names, Tabo. Tabo, it tends to be popular in Soto, in Xhosa, so his name is Tabo. You may translate his name in Soto and it will show you the different meaning. Mr. Bosman, Mr. Avukile, the other members who are not right here, but I cannot forget to mention Mr. Wayne Weyer as the member of the LOC, Mr. Den, staying at the back, Mr. Sazi Katia, Mr. Simtembi Lekoniwe. I think the one who happened to be forgotten might be the program director. I don't just happen to forget his name. His name is Cindy Lemayende. I want to let you know, colleagues, that we've been working with these members as the LOC, trying to pave the way upon making sure that this day is a success. Way back in March, probably on the 25th of March, we were just frustrated, shaking, because we are scared of clubs, Mr. John. When you deal with the leaders, as a leader, you don't just become scared, but you tend to lead with respect. The issue of being respectful towards the leaders of this union is a priority for every leader in this building. When we first met, we took it into serious consideration that we are going to introduce this tournament with the hope that we want to get the best out of the rest of border rugby clubs. We were lucky on our criteria that we made mention that we only need 10 top border rugby top 10 clubs. On our discussions, we had to look at where are they situated. and we agreed to go back to the roots of border rugby. We have 3 divisions that are powerful in our union. I'm mentioning this third one because they have shown their bravery. But allow me to start with the Super League of our union. We thought of, let's sell it to them by looking for the top 6 clubs. Without any challenge, all of those clubs by then, they were not ready to know who is going to be the champion. And we said to them, we want you guys to compete with the hope of just making the top 6. Then we went to the other division, which is known as Premier League division. On Premier League, the total number of clubs that are participating in Premier League, it's 12, similar to Super. Then out of that 24, we were looking for only 8, which is composed of Super League 12, and then Premier League 12. Then we took 6 from Super League, then 2 from Premier League. And then there was a question which was asked by these clubs to say, who else could be considered? And then we said to them, unfortunately, they are being led by most men. Most of them are the men in those clubs. And we said, we cannot allow you to compete alone, leaving the district unions. And those district unions, in this border rugby jurisdiction, we've got 6 out of the Eastern Cape, 8 districts. Allow me to mention, just to remind you, the hosting is Buffalo City Metro. The nearby or the neighbor is Amatole District, Krisani District, Rugby District, Alfred Nzo District, and then OR Tambo. So there was a serious question which was asked. Are you now extending from 10 to say you're going to give us 12? And how could that be? Can we then play up again with those who cannot even understand that they have lost their game because they fail to prepare? Then we said, by replying to those leaders, feel free, we shall choose the best out of those 6 districts. Beginning July, we felt it is important that let us push as per our agreement to fulfill the promise of making sure that we bring along those 2 clubs that will be representing districts. Remember, district is composed of First Division and Sunday League. Then we only looked at First Division. Then we came up after the competition, which was composed of 2 pools. In each pool, there were 3 teams. And those 3 teams were hosted in the nearby municipality, which is called Amatole. I don't want to misinterpret the name of that district, but politically, it's called Great Kai. Am I correct? Yes. Fortunately enough, on that day, we were honored because we were given one of the newly developed stadiums to showcase the talent of our kids. Successfully, upon these 2 groups, there was a group of OR Tambo, Alfred Nzo, then Buffalo City on the same group. Then on the other group, there was a team from the hosting district, Amatole, then Rugby, as well as Krisani. We were lucky that we had good and caring referees on that day. We were lucky to have good and caring first aiders on that day, because there were no serious injuries which were taken for granted. And through that, the winners came as Lovedale on the other pool and the team from Buffalo City Metro. Remember, out of those 6 teams that were there, they were all keen to be part of this competition. But you could realize the vibe on that special day. Everybody was so excited because they wanted to make it a point that they have came to this podium. We are at this stage today having these 10 top teams of border rugby. We want to make sure that the citizens of this union are fully behind them, because fortunately for me, they are not coming only from Buffalo City. They are also coming from other districts. Remember, we've given everybody an opportunity. But at this time, we are looking forward to make sure that through fairness of our rugby game, we shall get the winners. Please note, we do understand that it was not easy to make a decision upon the top 2 teams that are coming from Premier League. Remember, they are not used to play against Super League when it comes to their competition in a form of a league. But those who are here to represent Super League, they must not move and just walk carelessly, because something bad could just happen. Sort of an upset could happen. Remember, we've got a team which was just promoted in the previous year, which is qualifying from districts, is now on Super League. I mean to say on Premier League. And it confirms that there is a great talent in this region of border. So through that program director, I don't want to delay anything. I just want to let everybody understand that the route towards this level was not just easy. But because we are dominantly Christians, we continuously prayed and reminded God that for us to make sure that our lovely game is kept safe, He must prevail and showcase an opportunity to our youngsters. So in those few words, Program Director, allow me to say, these are the top 10 teams which were not just decided by the LOC, but they performed in order to make to this level. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jola. It's good to have a tournament like this where all the regions, all our leagues are accommodated. This is the first. You know, I remember back in the days we used to have top 8. I think the last top 8 was won by Swallows. I was a coach back then. I'm sure Chikicha. We beat Wosu in the final. So I'm looking forward to the new champions, because definitely we're going to have new champions this time around. Without wasting any further time, let me introduce to you guys a person that will introduce our sponsors, Mr. Bosman, a person that I've known him back in the varsity days. I used to bump into him in Potchefstroom, a person that is passionate about the game. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's his 15th competition that is putting it together around the country. Welcome, Mr. Bosman.
Thank you, Zindile. Should I just leave it? See if we touch it. Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here. It's actually hopefully a day that can literally change a lot for those players. I took it away because that one player at the end couldn't see it here. And in sport, you guys are the most important, not the sponsors and not the presidents, but the players. All right, so it's about you, and it's about giving you opportunities. And if the bragging rights is not going to be high, so at the end, everybody's got to know your name because you won the competition. You've got to be a hero in your community. And if we can do that, then we've moved on. And then you guys will train harder next year. And if you train harder, you're going to start getting contracts. And the guys are going to start watching Brutten to give you contracts and to give you life-changing opportunities. So welcome, and thank you very much for coming through, guys. I know it might have been tough with work positions and jobs for you today and traveling. Thank you very much. We'll have proper photo session just now with your beautiful kit. And I hope you have a fantastic tournament. It was not my responsibility to do that, but I just love players. Carl Bunish is the guy who said, happy are those who dream dreams, who are willing to pay the price to see their dreams come true. This has not come easy. This has been a long time. We've been negotiating for more than a year to find a way to make it work. And then come with that, we had to find somebody to finance it. And you got to know, the first mover sponsor is always the most important, the guy who believes in you when nobody else still believes in you. You know, we started Varsity Cup with FNB, and eventually quite a lot of guys wanted to get into Varsity Cup. They begged us. They came with big money, but they weren't there right at the start. So the loyalty to the FNB and Varsity Cup's actually got an evergreen contract. Only FNB can stop it. Varsity can never stop it because of the loyalty to FNB, because they were there when nobody believed. Once it's successful, then they'll queue up. We know how broad this union is. We know how many rugby players there are. I don't think we know how many there are, but we know there's a lot. We know the rugby potential in the border district is immense. And the moment we can unlock that, can you imagine what's going to happen to South African rugby? But somebody needs to believe right in the beginning. So first of all, to the sponsors, thank you very much. You know, Take It Town, based in George, they're aggressive about the sport. They got involved quite a lot in Boland Club Rugby. Rian van der Rooyen is the CEO, and Julie Morstead is their marketing manager. They love the club rugby thing. The Boland thing worked for them. I think to a certain extent, Border can thank Boland because it worked for them there, and they said, right, fine. And I approached them about Border. I said, let's do the same thing. And they said, it's fine. So I can tell you the first year at Boland, we're going for our third year now. Sanlam Boland top 12. It was pretty much the same as this. You know. We closed the sponsor. We closed Metropolitan 3 weeks before the event, and they gave us just a few bucks to make it work. And it was a heck of a success. And then the next year, everything changed, and people started buying equity into Boland, and the whole thing changed. But last year, we had a competition. We had 330,000 views on SuperSport with the final. Now, I can put that in perspective. A Varsity Cup final gets about 220,000 views. So we had 330,000 views for that final, and there was 11,000 people attending the match. And that was on the 2nd or 3rd of December. It's quite late. So I think we can do pretty much the same here. Take It Town is invested there, and they came involved here. So thank you very much, Take It Town. And guys, you've seen the new Minister of Sport. He said we all got to start running. He said your blazer must be able to close in the front. If your blazer can't close, you must start running. That's what Gayton McKenzie said. So we're going to listen. Get yourself some running shoes from Take It Town, and let's make that work. Then FNB, what can you say about FNB? FNB's changed my life. You know, I was involved with Varsity Cup right from the beginning, and then we started Varsity Sport. Then we eventually wrote about 10 sporting codes, and then we did school sport. So FNB's changed my life personally quite dramatically. But FNB, as JP just said earlier, involved in all the different levels, except in club rugby. Varsity Cup rugby, Varsity rugby is club rugby, but we're talking about outside of tertiary institutions. So this is the first move, and let's say a first tester for FNB, but we know it's a powerhouse. So you can say you're playing with the same sponsor on your clothing that the Springboks are playing with. That coincidentally is the best team in the world. You know, so that's powerful. So for FNB to say this and this worked, let's make it big, it's absolutely in your hands. So that's a nice thing. We had all 10 clubs here this morning, and I could see all the top leadership saying, right, fine guys, let's just make this work. And lastly, you know, rugby is a Saturday thing. It's a time where you want to relax, and you need to have a beer. I've been in Cape Town now for 12 years, and they're pushing the wine thing, but I don't think you can drink wine right after a rugby match, you know. It must be a beer. And Castle Lager has just sponsored the incoming tours. I went to the Loftus test. Yes, like there was Castle everywhere. You know, luckily I didn't have that much. But Castle Lager, and they're going to sponsor the All Blacks coming in now as well. That series. So we know Castle Lager, massive sponsors of African sports. So for Castle to escalate this thing, also a proper brand to have on board. Very lucky with William Mills getting involved there. I forgot to say Stefan Klaassen, who's quite involved with FNB at top between Eastern Cape and Western Cape, and Graham Cole. Graham Cole has been involved in this decision for the last, we pushed to get this through the contract. Thank you, Graham. I know there was time when you were moving and I could see you prioritize those meetings. Thanks a lot. So thank you very much for giving us the opportunity. We hope we're going to shoot the lights out. And then Umbro. Umbro is a partner company with Techie Town, so it's part of the deal. But the beauty about Umbro is young men love clothing, and they like to feel good in their clothing. We're playing with the same clothing that the Sharks are playing with, but we also coincidentally play with the same clothing that the richest unit in World Rugby is playing with, which is England. So you guys, Umbro is sponsoring England as well, and you're playing with Umbro clothing. You can see the clothing, how good you look today. So I just want to thank the sponsors, all 4 of them, for making this work for us, and this is only the beginning. Last night when I planned, because I flew in this morning, I looked through my ties and I thought I'll take out, this is my Northwest University tie. And I just sent a photo to Mervyn Taylor, who's the president there, but he's still at Northwest University. I played only for 2 clubs, for Vereniging Rugby Club and Northwest University, but I played rugby all my life. I played a few border games and I played against Wayne. And I just missed David Mahitsa, but at the time it was the Swart brothers, and border was a tough match. I remember one match we played here, we were trailing 13-0 at half time, but it was one of those wind gusty days, and we ended 30-all. So that's where I learned the term of the 30-point wind. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Sizwe, thank you very much. You've been an exceptional chairman, and I want to single out one individual. Thank you very much. You facilitated tough meetings. That was exceptional. And I got to single out Mpelele Chume. You are a delight to work with. You got a beautiful heart, and I hope I'm going to spend a lot more time with you, because you've coincidentally become sort of a mentor for me as well, of how to deal with uncomfortable circumstances and how to deal with people with different perspectives. I really appreciate you. This wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for you, Mr. Chume. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Meneer Bosman. Our next speaker, gonna introduce to you guys a person, ladies and gentlemen, I beg your pardon, a person that will tell us exactly what do we have in terms of prizes, what are we playing for. I know most clubs, it's the first question they normally ask. We can see nice clothing, we can see everything, but they always want to see exactly what are we playing for. So I'm going to introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, a person who still holds a record in terms of Border Rugby Union caps. Over 189 caps for Border Rugby. As a pivot, as a fly-half. I remember when Koppas van der Merwe was in trouble, he had to call him out of retirement, because Koppas also retired and joined the coaching staff of Border Rugby Union. So he had to call him out of retirement to come and rescue Border. As an old fly-half in those days, but he was a pivot. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Wayne Weyer.
Thank you, Sandile, for those words. Appreciate it. Before I go into the prizes, I'm going to hold it back a little bit. I just would like to congratulate all 10 teams, the presidents, you guys out here, for actually being invited and obviously getting to the seeds that you required for the actual tournament, to be selected for it. So congratulations to you guys, and I think let's give each other a hand. Come on. And then just from my side, the LOC, I mean, guys, we've really worked well. Mr. Bosman, the leader from you. Sizwe, your leadership has been incredible. And we've just gelled together, and I can see this thing growing from strength to strength. Just lastly from my side, guys, the players, and I want you to take this back to the teams as well. Let's play the game in the spirit it's supposed to be played. Let's play, we all love this game. So let's just make the best of it. You got an opportunity where it's going to be probably worldwide, where people are going to be seeing you. Take your opportunity. Take your opportunity. Same goes to the clubs. Take your opportunity. All right. Okay, let me just go into the prizes. First place will be 30,000 Rand. The round one is the floating trophy. The other trophy next to it will be the permanent one that you will then keep. There will be gold medals and 4 cases of beer. obviously Castle Lager. Second place is going to be 20,000 silver medals and 3 cases of Castle Lager. Third place, 10,000 bronze medals and 2 cases of beer. Fourth place, 5,000 Rand and 2 cases of beer. So that is the prizes. Good luck to everybody. Let's make it a huge success. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Weyer. When they talk about beers, you know, you get thirsty so quickly. And I know during all our fixtures, there will be more beer. There will be more beer. I guarantee you that, you know, each and every game, even our promotions that we'll have promotions. Our fans will enjoy Castle Lager. So thank you very much. Our next speaker that will speak on behalf of all these 10 clubs is a person that changed my life. When I arrived in high school, 2005, I was Jackie, the best cooker at home. So my mother, she reckoned I must go and do home economics. So I walk into Fort Beaufort. I saw this huge big man with the German card, and I was queuing to register to go and do home economics. And he said, I was like, no, I want to do a home economics man here. He says, no, go there, go to maths and physics. And he registered me to do maths and physics. Later in the year, we started athletics. I was a sprinter in my days. Then I represented, in those days, there was a region called Albany. So I represented my school under Albany region. Then from there, we were selected to go to our final Eastern Province athletics. In those days, NMMU, it was UPE. So all the regions will gather there. So there were only 5 of us in our school, and we were accompanied by him. So on our way back, he said to me, next week I want to see you on the rugby field. That's where I started playing rugby in 1995. This person is a former coach, is currently administrator, is a selector. He sits in a lot of committees, varsity committees. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you, Pongo Nonchinga.
Thank you so much, Program Director. Let me start by saying, Ukwanda kwaliwa ngumthakathi. I'm grateful to be standing before you and humbled as well. You know, being acknowledged as a person that has changed somebody else's life, it's something that rugby is for all the time. Let me greet all the presidents that are with us here for the clubs, from the clubs, presidents of Border, Rugby and the executive, the LOC members, I think with the organizer, Mr. Deitsa Bosman, the general manager. Last but not least, I think let me go, before I can go to the last, the border rugby coach, I've seen him around here as well. Osingaye, you guys have made it, congratulations. And we hope to see a very good tournament through you. Your leadership will actually make this tournament a success tomorrow. And really, I must as well greet our neighbors. Our neighbors, without Eastern Province and border, there was somebody said before, there will not be any transformation in this country. Rugby, this is the mecca of rugby, the Eastern Cape. If you look at the Super Rugby players, the Springbok Rugby players that are here for years, you know, if you look at the stats of that, most of them are coming from this. They were brought and born here. So let us give that one a round of applause. And then as well as come to, we cannot forget sponsors, our partners. I think, let me start by Teggy Town. On behalf of the presidents of the clubs, the 10 clubs, Teggy Town, we actually would like to pass a word of gratitude to you. FNB, Castle Lager, I don't want to forget anyone. That's the reason why I'm actually. And then the last one as well, it's Yumbro. You guys, this is the time we've been waiting for in border. You know, it's the time that we actually have to really dirty our hands in playing of rugby between the four lines. The blood and sweat of those captains would love to see them between the four lines, and we hope this tournament will grow bigger. And rugby is in our blood, you know, here in this area. I think with all, you know, these few words, I don't want to bore you with many other things that have been said here. I would like to thank you all and really say congratulations to all the 10 clubs that are actually involved in this competition. Hope we'll have a wonderful results at the end of the day. And we hope to see Brutten, all the sponsorship growing in the next coming year, in the next coming season. Thank you so much. With all that.
Thank you, Meneer. Sayibona pakuba indodi yawiswa. Sayibona pakuba indodi yayikhaba ibhola erabhi. Meneer used to say to us, "Mur daideng." When you kick a rugby ball, don't just play with it, mur it. Thank you very much, Meneer. Our next speaker, it's coming from our neighbors. Like I said in my opening remarks, that we need each other. We like it or not. We put our differences aside. We need each other. I'm happy to see our next speaker here, Mr. Kidani. A person that is well known in the business of this world. He was a boss at Lotto at some stage. I remember driving around in KZN, when you look at Lotto offices, we used to say, Kwa Kidani. So we used to call all Lotto offices Kwa Kidani. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Kidani, Eastern Province Rugby President.
Hey, MC, thank you very much, MC. Ladies and gentlemen, definitely a great honor and quite a very exciting occasion. It is not rare, Mansombi, that Border and EP secured a sponsor. I think these sponsors that have taken this decision, it's a pivotal decision. Well done, sponsors. Maybe let me also explain one or two things. I will leave this protocol thing, the president, deputy president of border, let me leave that one. When we were going to play a semi-final in Utnik against Falke, I was sitting at my chair. Your deputy president called me. He said, "Where is the stadium?" Mr. Smoy. You know, he came to support because of the bigger picture of the Eastern Cape that was founded 2 years ago when Mr. Fana was still alive. We won. He went away very excited. Again, when we were in Wellington playing finals, this gentleman called me again to say, "Where is the stadium?" When we were invited today, I said to Sombondo, we must go and support Border. What I've seen from the Deputy President of Border, I've never seen into anything. Thank you very much, Smoy, for your support. Where he is today, you must know that it's your achievement. My word, man, is just a word of support. Well done, guys. Well done, take it down. Pujoge sponsors are serviced, Chief. I even wanted to wear my teki today because tekis must be worn. And if we are banking with any other bank, go and support FNB. Don't drink any other beer. Unfortunately, I'm a Christian. I am not drinking. You know, also your brand 10. Your decision that you took to support rugby is just out of this world. I will fail if I do not mention this. Please go and research how many players in the Springbok team that are coming from Eastern Cape, including the management. You will see exactly as to why we must take our rugby to another level. Because if you are not going to produce players, let me tell you now, Springbok is in trouble. What you are doing, all the sponsors, you are keeping Springboks where they are. You know, you will look at this event as a very, very small event, but let me tell you, what you are putting here is too big to imagine. I am not going to politics, Sombi, because you know, I know that we're in the rugby thing. Thank you very much also to SuperSport. And let me conclude by speaking to the players. Ingani ke madoda. Ingani lena into ingani. Ndiyanazi ke into ba apha nidlala namacala egusha. Ngoku nazi sponsors zize kuni madoda. 2 years ago we decided that we are going to form a collaboration between Border and Eastern Province. It was exactly this made us to take that decision. Well done, guys. All the best. We will support you through and through. Eastern Cape is going to win. Nobody would have thought that Eastern Province will go to the finals. With all its problems, nobody would have thought that Eastern Province will definitely go to finals. And Eastern Province and Border are going to surprise a lot of people in rugby going forward. All the best. Thank you very much. Please enjoy it.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. You just reminded me something while I was standing there when you said that the sponsors are serviced. Yesterday we were putting all this room together. Myself and Dan was sitting there, and then I received a phone call from FNB. Wanted me to open a business account. I don't know how they navigate these things nowadays, because you receive a phone call because I think 20 minutes later, a friend of mine who's sitting there, Umakis, just opened a company for me because I needed to have a company. 20 minutes later, FNB called me and says, do you want to open a business account? I promised you through a phone. I did everything yesterday. Now I'm banking with FNB with my new business. And I know a lot will follow. We'll keep servicing the sponsors. Now we're going to Ungontsonga. We're going to the draw. I'll just explain a bit how the draw is gonna go. I was talking to our marketing person. I said to him that we need to have a theme every week. So my theme this week was Ikwala Glo Nina. So I'm hoping that the pools that we're gonna have, they're going to be a true reflection of Ikwala Glo Nina. So what we'll have Thabo there. Shake it, Tabo. Make sure that you're not looking at there when you're shaking. You can shake without looking. It's fine. I'll ask Spoke. Is that Spoke? I'm gonna say this again, Tabo. I'm happy that Berlin Tigers is not there because otherwise you'll be sitting down there. And what we'll do, we'll draw one. We'll go to pool A. Don't worry. We'll go to pool A, then 2 pool B, 3 pool A, 4 pool B, jalo jalo, like a snake. Okay. Shake, Tabo, shake, Tabo, shake, Tabo. I will tell you when to pull. Shake, Tabo, shake. As poke pull.
Police.
This is kanje. Police. We just draw police. Mr. Kaldin. Can put it there. That's pool A, police. Shake, Tabo, shake, Tabo, shake. Next one will go to pool B.
Swallows.
Acha. Ako, yabona ke sasandla. And next one is swallows. Swallows, pool B. Shake, Tabo, shake, Tabo, shake, Tabo. Can pull Spoky. Next one will go to pool A.
UFH.
That's Forte University, Dlangamandla, Kuala Glonin. Shake, Tabo, shake, Tabo, shake.
Komga.
Pool B, Komga. Acha. Nyoka elihlazana umabona bulawo. Musu Menier. Hayi ndiyakwazi awulogwala njalo njalo. Njalo njalo ngoko nangoko. This one is obvious. Is that spoke?
Young leopards.
Young leopards. Now we're going to Premier Leagues. Remember, we've got 2 Premier Leagues there.
United Brothers.
UB. Lovedale. Eska General. Watch what he right. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Can I just try to Tabo, since we're chair, it was decided not 6 Super League teams, the 2 Premier League teams, and then the 2 First Division in order to
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It should be on the yeah. You're correct. You're correct, Tabo. One left in. Yeah. That's your correct. Right. Cool. Fine. PCM. Is tip. Wenye indoda engoyiki ngokoyikiswa. Hayi kaloku.
Fort United.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Spoky. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our pools. That's our pools. Pool A, we have Police, East London Police, we have University of Forte, we have Walter Sisulu University, United Brothers from Moyplas and Lovedale. And Pool B, we have Swallows, Komga, Young Leopards, Fort United, and PCM. I think they match. Kakuhle, I'm sure Chikijwa. That's our draw. Ladies and gentlemen, later on tonight, we'll put fixtures together according to the seating that you guys are seeing there. Remember, we're starting on the 17th, which is next week, Saturday at Sisa Tukashe. Our first game will start at 10. A second game will start at 12. Third game will start at 2. Last game, Amakwengweka 4, will start at 4. So, take pictures. Remember how it's going to work. Pool A will play amongst each other. Pool B will play amongst each other. Then we get the top 2 to go to semi-finals. Then eventually we go to finals. Lastly, let me just acknowledge our media houses that are here. I know we have Daily Dispatch here in the house. Welcome. We acknowledge you. We have Mdantsane FM. We acknowledge you. Baukas, we have Kumkani FM. We also acknowledge you. I'm sure we'll work together through this tournament as we go along. Next week, we'll take this trophy to Johannesburg. We introduce it to Parker, 7 o'clock live on SuperSport. We'll talk about the tournament with all the sponsors as well. Thank you very much. It's time to take pictures as well. Again, players will take pictures outside there. All the media houses who want to also catch the glimpse can also go outside and take pictures. Then we have already organized some snack outside there. There's snacks and beverages. Please enjoy. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a good afternoon. I'm excited. I'm looking forward. Thank you. I was going to be con. Ukasila ka uze nando. That's just shot again. Because remember, zonke team. Yes.